everybody, it's Brooke with The Buttered Home and welcome to my messy kitchen. Now, if you've been following me very long, you know that there is nothing I love more than taking leftovers and turning them into something new and beautiful. And tonight we're going to show you a wonderful example of how to do that with leftover grits. Now, in the link or in the show notes to this video, you're going to find a recipe for really good instant pot grits, and we always have a little bit left over. So one of the things that I like to do is make these fabulous grit cakes with them and take some beautifully done oven baked shrimp and put them over the top of these grit cakes, and you have a whole repurposed new meal. You've taken something from breakfast and turned it into an elegant, beautiful supper. So we're going to start tonight by, in a really hot pan, we're going to put in about 2 tablespoons of butter and about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And I'm just going to let that heat up and melt while we prepare our grit cakes. Now, what I have done is I have taken my leftover grits and I have poured them in a loaf pan, or you can put them in a casserole dish, and then I have put them in the freezer for about 2 hours. They'd actually be okay for you to put them in there overnight. Just cover them with some plastic wrap so that they don't get freezer burnt. So now we are going to take about 1/2 cup of plain flour, and we're going to add just a pinch of salt, because when we made these grits, we seasoned them really well. So there's no need to put too much seasoning in your batter. This is kind of just to hold things together, as is the freezing. So I'm going to mix up my flour with just a pinch of salt and just a tad bit of pepper. Now, let's show you how we do this and put it all together. So I am going to take my semi-frozen grit cakes, and I'm going to just simply put this seasoned flour on them on all 4 sides. So you may have to take them, or all 6 sides rather, and just make sure you get that flour all on top. Then we're going to put them in our hot butter and let them cook on each side for about 3 minutes. Now, keep in mind your grits are already nice and cooked. They have just congealed almost and frozen just a little bit. So you're not looking for a real long cook time on these. You just want to simply brown these up and heat them through. So we're going to flour our other guy. And put it in the pan. And I'm just going to clean the flour off my hands. And we're going to let these just cook for about 3 minutes on each side before we flip them. And then we'll cook them 3 minutes on the other side. Now, when you flip them, you want to be really careful and just make sure that you turn them. And look how pretty and brown it's getting. You just want just a crispy little edge on there. And then, let's see, we put this guy in there next. It's almost like tofu. And like I said, they're already cooked, so you're simply just warming these guys back up and giving them a buttery, crispy outside shell. And I mean, this is so simple, it's almost not even a recipe. So we're going to turn this guy, and then we're going to let it cook on that side again. And that's really all you do. So once these are done, we're going to take these up and we're going to put them on a plate, and I'll show you in just a second how gorgeous that is. I'm going to see if we're ready with the first one that we cooked. Just about. And it's hot, so be careful. Let's see if I can slide him over. There we go. And that butter interacts with those grits and it makes this beautiful crispy crust on the outside, and it just becomes just a beautiful, glorious thing. So this is a very elegant, very fancy way to take grits and turn them into something just absolutely beautiful. This is also a good idea with leftover cornbread. You can do that too. But if you're like us, we typically always have leftover grits because we tend to make too much. All right, so I'm going to take this guy up and I'm going to let these they're a little thicker, so we're going to let them finish cooking. And I'm going to show you how beautiful it is with this shrimp that we've cooked. And you just want to get a little bit of that pan sauce. And then we're just going to garnish that with a little parsley, if I can get it open. Garnish that with a little parsley. And you could even take a sliced lemon wedge and just squeeze it over the top. And you have an elegant restaurant quality meal with leftover grits. Wow your friends and family and show them that you are a master in the kitchen. They never have to know it's leftovers. So we hope that you will love this recipe as much as we do. We hope that you'll continue to follow us here at The Buttered Home for more great recipes like this. If you haven't subscribed already, be sure that you subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and ding the bell so that you can be notified whenever we go and have more beautiful recipes like this. I was about to say go live, but we're not live. It's been a long week and it's only Wednesday when we're filming this. So also be sure, if you're not following us over at Instagram and Facebook, that you do that as well at these social links below. And as always, from the buttered home to your home, we love y'all. Bye.